There are so many children's books out there that it's almost overwhelming to pick the right book for your kid's development. I'm going to start off with a book that I truly believe has helped him learn the alphabet. It's a really fun book to learn about animals. I think kids really like it because it's very interactive and really fun. This book focuses more on sounds. If your child is still in the early stages of learning about animals, it's really important to start that process with sounds. They will put two and two together with sounds first. In this video, I am going to share with you our top books right now that is either our current favorites or a book that we've had for a long time that's truly helped with Caden's development. I'm going to start off with a book that I truly believe has helped him learn the alphabet. And that book is a classic. If you don't know about Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, now you do. This book is amazing. I'm telling you guys, it's so much fun to read, first of all. I know this book without even reading it, okay? I'm not reading it. A told B, B told C, I'll meet you at the top of the coconut tree. Wee, said D to E, F, G, I'll beat you to the top of the coconut tree. Chicka chicka boom boom, will there be enough room? Here comes H up the coconut tree. So as you can see, I have read this book a lot. And then towards the end, it just has the entire alphabet, which you can either sing to your child, which I do because I love singing to him and I think it's a fun way for him to learn, or you can just verbalize the alphabet. But this is a great fun way for your children to learn the alphabet, in my opinion. On that same note, if you want to teach them about animals, Dear Zoo is a great book for that. Dear Zoo is really fun, highly rated as well. I think also a classic. If you don't know about Dear Zoo, now you do. I'll link all these books below, by the way, so you can check them out. Dear Zoo is really fun too. It's a fun way, kind of like the same way as the Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is fun to learn the alphabet. This is a really fun book to learn about animals. It starts off saying, I wrote to the zoo to send me a pet. They sent me N. And then the children can see what the animal is. And you can say, an elephant. He was too big. I sent him back. So they sent me A. Giraffe. He was too tall. I sent him back. So not only is the child learning about the animals, but they're learning about big, tall, lumpy, fierce, all the things, scary. They're learning about a bunch of different things along with the animals, which is why I love this book so much. I think kids really like it because it's very interactive and really fun. So highly recommend if you want to teach your kids about different animals. Dear Zoo. A really fun book about animals is this Dr. Seuss book. This was a collection. I think it came with 4 or 5 books along with this little one. This one is called Mr. Brown Can Moo, Can You? It's really fun. Honestly, I love reading this book to him and I almost have it memorized as well. So basically, this book focuses more on sounds. So the other one is more on the animal and it describes the animal. This one more so describes the sounds. If your child is still in the early stages of learning about animals, it's really important to start that process with sounds. They will put two and two together with sounds first. So this book is a really great book for that. I'll give you guys an example. Ooh, the wonderful sounds Mr. Brown can do. He can sound like a cow. He can go moo. He can sound like a bee. Mr. Brown can bzzz. How about you? Can you go bzzz? And then it goes on and on. He can sound like a cork. He can sound like a horse feet. He can sound like a rooster. You get the point. And then at the end, it kind of breaks down all the sounds again. And it's in a way like a way to repeat what we have just learned, which is a great way for kids to learn. Again, repetition is key. Love and highly recommend this book. Mr. Brown Can Moo. Can you? For a bedtime, we also have a big animal theme going. This one is amazing for bedtime. We have used this book so much that, I mean, it's falling apart, right? Like, we've used this since he was a little baby. We should probably switch books at this point, but we like this book so much. It's called Time for Bed. And this one kind of goes over the animals too. So if you want to keep up with the animal theme, this one goes, it's time for bed, little mouse, little mouse. Darkness is falling all over the house. It's time for bed, little goose, little goose. The stars are out and on the loose. And it just goes on and on with different animals. So this is another really great way for them to learn about animals. I know this is a lot of animal themes here, but I needed to mention that because this is, in fact, the book that we read to him every single night since he was a baby. So highly recommend this book. It's really cute. Another favorite that we don't have it here right now because we got it from the library is called Clark the Shark, Dare to Share. Now, this is a great book if your child is learning to share or is struggling to share. If you have a toddler, I'm sure they're struggling to share right now because every toddler goes through the stage where they don't want to share. So Clark the Shark is such an amazing book. The reason why I like Clark the Shark is because it's a fun read. I think especially for a parent, a fun read makes all the difference because you really want to make it fun for the child. Like, you don't want it to be boring. So I feel like it's a really fun book to read about sharing. It goes through all the different ways to share, and it gives a lot of specific details on what not to do as well as what to do, but it is not boring. It is so much fun to read. And after we got that book, Clark the Shark Dares to Share, there's a collection of Clark the Shark books apparently. So now Kaden always asks for Clark the Shark. So we have a bunch of different versions of it that we're getting at the library, but that is my favorite so far. Lastly, I wanted to share this one that we recently got from the library too. This one is called The Boy Who Loved Everyone. This is really sweet. Really like this book. If you're looking to just explain different ways that people show their love, I think it's really sweet and just a good way for kids to learn, okay, not everyone loves the same way. I also really like how they illustrated this book. It's very real life, if that makes sense. I think kids learn really well by being able to recognize, oh, this is a person versus like an animal that's talking. You know, this is a person, they dress like them, they talk like them. So it really makes more sense to them when reading it. Love this book. It's really sweet, and again, it's great to teach them different ways that people show that they care. That will be it for today because both my kids are up right now. I hope this video was helpful. Again, I will link all the books in the description below. I would love to hear what books you guys are currently loving right now for your kids. You know, in the comments below. Thank you so much again for being here. And if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're getting close to 500 subscribers, and I would really, really appreciate your support on getting there. And as always, I'll see you next time.